Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from wherever you have joined us. And we are so happy to welcome so many children and who are trying to either they are in school or they are still doing the online classes. And with this, during this pandemic, I know it is very, very difficult experience that you all have had. And because of two factors, sometimes you were at home, not able to see friends. The other times you were missing the school, and the other times the playgrounds. And also many, many times that you felt that you had to do so many precautions and you've just felt very very lonely. So I would like to open, this is a World Health Network uh, platform. This is a foundation which has actually brought experts from very very diverse group of uh, disciplines and from various backgrounds from all over the world. And we have the founder here, the president, Mr. Dr. Yanir Benam. And so he is present with us. So this is a great opportunity for everyone to listen from children what their experience has been in school or online classes. And therefore, we open this forum. We'll start with, I don't know, Yanir, if you would like to say a few words to so many children.
I'm. I think that the most important thing is that we should realize that the pandemic, we do not want it to become the way we live. What we would like to do is to make sure that we all take actions that will enable us to eliminate the virus locally and globally, because the world will be a much better place if we do that. We do not want you to grow up in a world which has such a terrible disease that everyone will be suffering from. But thank you very much for all joining so that we can share with you and learn from you. And we're looking forward to your presentations and to your thoughts.
Thank you, Yanir. And I just want to, the children may be feeling that this is looking new because you all were used to your normal Zoom classes, but this is a very exciting platform, which you can, as you can see, it's like a friendly atmosphere where we are just sitting and together we are sharing the experiences. So this platform is new, and thank you very much again for joining. So we will start with the first child. Her name is Amina Subbata. And because it's from Mongolia, it's very, very late at night. So she sent a video. Thank you. Welcome, Amina.
Here we go.
Hi, my name is Amina and I'm from Mongolia. When in-person class started after a year-long online classes, I was worried and the parents as well. I wished I could stay home, though I've been vaccinated with 2 shots already. There were numbers of measures undertaken to mitigate the risks from the school side, starting from mandatory face masks with every 2-hour change rules. Actually, the masks was provided by the school, and many other measures such as shortened class hours, no lunch, and no after-class activities, etc. Every staff of the school had been quite stringent in implementing the rules, and I would say we, high school students, have also been very compliant to the rules. By mid-September, the school adopted a hybrid schedule, in person for a week and online another, as an additional preventative measure. and everything seemed to be going normally with new normal. In contrary, I have my younger brother and sister studying in elementary and secondary schools. It appeared that not every schools had been taking adequate measures to protect the children, and unfortunately, my younger brother got infected late September. According to him, one of his classmates had symptoms and continued attending for a few days. And obviously, young kids don't like wearing masks all the time as well. I think he could have avoided it if the parents of that kid were a little more responsible and did not send him to the school when their child has symptoms. Everybody, parents, children, and teachers should be equally responsible in fighting with the pandemic. Thank you.
Thank you, Amina. I think in between, apologies that your face became a little cloudy in between. Thank you very much, Amina. A second, we have from. Oh, okay.
This
I
is the
have
next one.
to
This is the
change.
next one I have up. Yeah.
Yeah, so I have to change. Okay. Okay, now we will go to India and we hear from Shivam.
Almost 2 years. Almost 2 years of staying stagnant at home. The minds of the children have clogged and cluttered up the sense inside. The children cannot think beyond the repulsive screen. And finally, we see a ray of hope for the dying spirit inside. A very good morning to one and all present over here. My name is Shivam Adhikari and I am from the Republic of India. And today I'll present my experience and my perspective on coming back to the school. Well, the infrastructure of the school is exactly the same as it was left behind. But what has transformed? It is the communication. There is a very social interaction gap between the students. No exposure to the sports and playgrounds, making the students more inactive and passive. But what worries me more is the spread of COVID-19. Commuting a distance of almost 12 kilometers a day to reach school through public transport puts me in a high risk, and this vulnerability at times makes me reluctant to reach school, adversely affecting my learning objectives. Though India has achieved a significant milestone in its vaccination drive by reaching the 1 billion dose mark, yet there's a long way to go as the minors under 18 are yet to be vaccinated. Well, I see a commendable initiative by the government in advertising the preventive measures for COVID-19 are the things that we are seeing in practice in the school, such as the sanitizing of the students daily before entering the premises of the school and maintaining a social distance. But as an individual, how am I keeping myself safe? Following social distancing is a very important trait. Continuously sanitizing my hands and wearing a mask. Immunity is another potent factor. I supplement myself with those essentials such as citrus fruits, which boost my immunity, and consume warm water to keep myself hydrated. And most imperative thing that I do is to attend well-being programs and keeping myself positive, as it becomes very important to stay positive in this negative environment. At last, I'll conclude by saying the struggle we are in today will develop the strength we need to fight tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Shivam, for that excellent, your experience, sharing with us your excellent experience. Now we will go to another student from India, Ananya Agrawal. Thank you.
Greetings everybody. My name is Ananya Agarwal and I am from India, and I cannot tell you how elated I am to go to my new school. I enrolled in my new school in March 2020, which was just before the lockdown started. So I could never go to my new school physically and see the classes. Online classes have been really challenging for me initially because not to sit at this chair for 4 to 5 hours, which is really uncomfortable. And looking at the screen, it really strained my eyes. And I also miss playing with my friends, doing sports with them, studying with them, going to their house. Also, I noticed myself talking to my friends through WhatsApp, Google Meet, or Zoom calls, which I do not like that much. I really wish I could meet them. Also, do you know my schools are opening in 10 days? I am so excited. They'll be taking precautions such as sanitizing the class after every period. Each individual child will bring their own vehicle to school. School will provide no transport. All the staff and teachers will be vaccinated before coming to their school, and if any staff, teacher, or child has symptoms suggesting COVID 19, they will not come to the school. There will be no group activities and assemblies to prevent the spread of infection. Overall, it's the duty of not only the duty of school but the duty of parents and children as well to ensure safe schooling. Finally, I would like to wish you a happy and safe Deepavali. Thank you.
Thank you, Ananya. And a happy Diwali to you as well. It was nice to hear your school is taking so many precautions.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Now we
Um,
go to the next
this is
person.
Amalia.
Yes, now it's loud. Who is this from?
This is Amalia.
Okay. Yes, this video, of course, does not have a video. It's audio. And welcome, Amalia, coming from Germany. And we're really nice to hear your experience.
I am Amalia. I'm from Germany. I am 10 years old, and my last attendance day was at primary school in February 2020. Since March, I am distance learning to avoid COVID-19 infection as the schools are not safe, and I live in a clinical vulnerable household. Meanwhile, I am in the 5th grade of secondary school. That means I have 31 new classmates. I know only one of those is my neighbor, and I don't know if I know anyone else because I have never seen my classmates yet. Due to privacy protection, the camera of the tablet shows only my teacher and the what. Only sometimes by accident I see a student. I'm the only student in my class in distance learning. All the hours are mandatory attendance. I do not feel brave enough to speak up in a class with kids I don't know. Therefore, I dare turn to the teachers only. I am always worried when there is class and I get no FaceTime call because then I wonder what might happen at school. Sometimes the teachers don't wear their masks. That worries me because I do not want the teachers nor my classmates to catch COVID-19. On Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, all my classmates do an antigen quick test, which does not protect them and have proven to be off before it's negative as it was when the first COVID-19 infection was in the class. As long as the school is not safe, I have to stay in distance learning. Unfortunately, in Germany, students like me are not allowed to visit online attendance schools, which would be easier and better. There I had the chance to see my classmates.
Thank you, Amalia, and for sharing your very frank experience about the school. Thank you. Okay, now we go to Indonesia and we have a diva from there who will share his experience.
Hello there, my name is Mamutra Deva. I'm 12 years old and I live in Indonesia. First of all, I want to thank you all so much for hearing us children's point of view and experiences on back to school or on offline school. In Indonesia, we call it offline school, so I'm going to call it that for the rest of the video. I've been doing online school ever since the pandemic started, but now I can do offline school once every 2 weeks. School is different now. There's a lot of safety protocols to keep us safe, such as you must wear a mask, you must bring an extra mask, you also need to bring hand sanitizer. We need to check your temperature before you go inside class. You need to maintain social distancing. And they also added some facilities in the school, such as extra sinks all over the place so you can wash your hands, and opening the windows and doors so there's better ventilation in the place. The school gave us an instructional video or an instructional song. That's how the teachers remind us about, safety. For our activities, we really can't play with each other because we need to maintain social distancing. For me, it's fine. I already quickly adapt to it because I know it's just to keep us safe. The only real challenge is just wearing the mask and making sure you don't pass out from a very bad breath. What worries me a lot is that I'm an introvert, so I really don't talk to people that much. And online school is just making it worse because socializing online is not that easy. But when I did offline school, even just for one day, my social skills all came back to me. I started to remember how to talk to people, how to be more social. I just started, going into conversations unlike normally. So even though there's a lot of protocols in my school, it's actually helping with my social skills. The way that I keep myself safe is to just wear a mask and bring an extra mask and bring hand sanitizer and to maintain social distancing. And where do I get that information? It's literally everywhere. You can just look up on the internet. You can just look around and there's posters on how to stay safe. Even my school made instructional videos and songs, like I said before, about how to stay safe. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you very much, Adiva. And we found from where you get your information seems to be from everywhere. Thank you.
All right, let me load up a few more here.
Yes.
Um,
Who's next?
there. One moment, I just need to open up several more here.
I hope you are enjoying, all of you are enjoying the experiences of different uh, children from different parts of the world. I know we have some hitches with the volume, etc., but still, I'm so grateful that all of you are able to join, and some of you are staying up so late, and some of you are very early in the morning. So, thank you so much. And some people still are coming, and I did send them. They are saying the registration is closed, so and they are the participants as well from this. Yanir, I don't know.
Tell them that it should be open now. I don't think that there is any
No,
problem.
from USA, all my participants they've said it's closed still, so I don't know. And
Again,
they are the speakers as
you
well.
can give them the link that is the
Yeah,
direct link.
I sent.
Okay, so I've loaded up another bunch of videos. The audio, I'm putting it up and down depending upon how loud the video recorded is. If you have any difficulty, let me know. I will adjust it, okay?
Yes.
All right.
I think we can just make it loud enough. So, because some of them were very, very low, especially the audios.
Um, here we go. Can you see this now?
Yes. This is from Kenya. So now we're going to hear from experience from Kenya by Michelle.
Name is Michelle Anocino from Kenya. My COVID-19 issue stopped when I get to the bus and we have to keep a meter distance between each of us while wearing a mask. I cannot breathe the fresh air in the morning because I have to wear a mask. There are several things I find different in school, like we have to wear our masks throughout the day, which makes it harder to breathe. We have to sit a meter away from each other in class and during lunch and breaks. It's awkward asking help from teachers since you have to stand so close to them, and I used to enjoy netball in school, but now I can't because it's a contact game. The racket games are encouraged because they have little to no contact. I'm constantly worried that I may contract COVID 19 and spread it to my family members who are older. I prefer online school to physical classes since I feel more comfortable and safe. I'm worried that the break during lockdown has affected my education. I don't know how I'll get back on track. My teachers ensure that we all wear our masks properly, sanitize and wash our hands frequently, and remind us to keep our distance. There's good ventilation in our classrooms from the large windows. Apart from the numerous posters plastered at home, shopping centers, and school, I find information on the WHO, CDC, and Ministry of Health Kenya websites. I also read articles from peer-reviewed websites like Taylor and Francis, PubMed, and SagePub. They contain current and relevant information that has been carefully scrutinized, meaning I can trust what it says. I wear my mask properly, distance myself from people, wash my hands or sanitize frequently to keep myself safe at school. This is my personal view and it does not represent my school or country.
Thank you, Michelle. I'm sorry if people could not hear much. The volume, I think, from the
That was the
original
largest
video was low.
volume possible.
Yeah. Yes. And now we have from Iran, all the way to Iran, and Andishe will tell us her experience.
Oh, my name is Andisha. Hello, my name is Andisha. I'm 11 years old and I'm from Iran. What I'm going to say is my personal view, and it doesn't represent my school or my country. I'm glad to go back to school because of seeing my friends and playing with them. I can also communicate with them without a computer or a phone. But same time, online classes are pretty easy. You necessarily need to wake up early and eat breakfast early and go to school. We can get in and get out easily. I know that our teacher will care about wearing masks or keeping social distance. But what if I want to whisper in my friend's ear? How am I going to do that if you have to social distance? Or, I want to share my snack with my best friend. How am I going to share my snack if you have to social distance? I'm not afraid of COVID. But I feel like I want to go back to school.
Thank you, Andishe. That was very, very nice. So you're very excited to go to school, and I like the way you said when you're not in school and you can get up whenever you want. That's very nice to hear. Great. Yeah, that's an applause also for all the people who have been sharing their experience. And it's so nice to be in such a, this is a very, not at all very formal, and that's why we are here together, just listening. We want to hear you. Okay, next we have again from India, and we have Florence, and she's from the Northeast. Yes.
And I'm from India. Hello everyone, I'm Florence Injang and I'm from India. Today I want to share the experiences I faced after coming back to school post-COVID. Recently I've started my classes and I noticed certain different changes in my school. Because of this pandemic, our school has divided each section into two. Because of this group division, my best friends are grouped into the different group where we hardly meet each other. Before, two persons sat in one bench, but now we are made to sit alone in a single bench. Even in lunch break or break times, we are asked to maintain distances. As such, I cannot stay very close to my best friends. After every period, we sanitize our hands and refrain ourselves from touching each other. Constant wearing of masks is compulsory even in the PE periods. What worries me is that if any of my friends or teachers get infected with the virus, then it will surely spread to me and my other classmates, which we may also infect it to our families too. This will not only affect our health, but it will also affect our virtual studies. The authorities and all teachers in our school have made sure to check all students. They ensure that all students wear their masks and always bring their own sanitizers. They make sure that there are sanitizers and taps at every school building entrance so that people can sanitize and wash their hands frequently. They also see that all students maintain social distancing. They ensure that all classrooms are properly and well ventilated. In every school building entrance, I see the COVID preventive measures pasted on the walls. In order to keep myself safe during school, I ensure myself to wash and sanitize my hands frequently and always wear my mask. I also see that I maintain social distancing and avoid crowds. This is how I keep myself safe during school. These are the experiences I face after coming back to school from the pandemic. Thank you.
Florence, and a happy Diwali to you as well in India. Next, we have Jed from Canada who will tell his experience. Welcome, Jed.
Hello, my name is John Baptist and I go to high school in Canada. COVID has been an immense shock to the globe, and I know that schools and teachers are doing their best to cope with the situation. I'm going to highlight the challenges of going to high school in contrast to how things were before COVID. Pre-COVID, we had 4 classes each day, 1 hour for lunch where we'd be able to sit in the cafeteria, hallways, inside some classes, or inside a small mall near the high school. Those were normal times. Now let's talk about how school has changed as of COVID. Instead of having 4 classes a day, we have 2. Each week, courses alternate. For example, I would have class A and B for week 1, C and D for week 2, and A and B again for week 3. The time for each class is doubled, but we have breaks, and during those breaks, we have 2 options: stay seated in class or go outside for a walk. We have 15-minute lunch as well. This time, however, we can't eat inside the school, so we have to eat outside or in the mall. Those are the differences between the normal school day and the COVID school day. Personally, there are 2 things I find to be challenging with this new system. Number 1, lunch and break. I live in Canada, so we get some harsh winter weather starting as early as November and ending as late as April. Plus, it's been rainy lately. This has been a problem for breaks as we're not allowed to walk in the hallways and most people don't want to go outside in the rain or snow, so we just end up sitting in the class. That's 2 hours and 30 minutes of straight of not moving much at all. But the bigger challenge is lunch, as the only option is to go to the mall, and since most people don't want to eat in the snow, rain, or when it's cold, the mall gets crowded fast, and therefore sometimes there's not enough room for everyone. The other challenge is schedule. Personally, I don't mind learning 2 lessons a day, even though sometimes it can be overwhelming. Having 1 week, however, where I'm doing 2 classes, and then the next week where I'm doing 2 other classes means forgetting the past week. That could be a challenge remembering the past week. Those are my opinions for reopening school during COVID so far, and I hope for the best moving forward. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Jed. And yes, we have another student. We have another student from USA, and that's Sophie Spiegel. Let's hear what she has to say.
Hi, my name is Sophia Spiegel, and I am from the USA. What I'm finding differently from pre-COVID to now is that pre-COVID we used to be able to do more group projects. Our desks would be joined together, and we wouldn't have to social distance, and we could eat inside. But now our desks aren't joined together. We have to be 6 feet apart at lunch. We have to be 3 feet apart when we're not eating. And at the playground, we always have to be 3 feet apart. We have this spinny thing, and only 4 people can go in at each corner. And we have a separate lunch spot to eat lunch at every day, so we're not less than 6 feet away from the people who are eating. And what worries me is that we're gonna have to wear masks for another 3 years or more than that. It's already been almost 2 years. My teachers, they make sure that we're always 6 feet apart, so at lunch if they're two kids are too close to each other, they always tell us to keep distance, and in class they always tell us to stay on our markers. And what I do to keep myself safe is I always see if I can touch people by holding my arms out.
Thank you, Sophie. Our little Sophie has got so many teachers are looking after and all taking all the precautions of the students, and it's so happy to hear that. Our next student is from Ireland, Jwalant Barut. Let's hear what he has to say.
Hello everyone, my name is Joanne Barrow, I am 10 and I'm from Ireland. Who would have thought of this? No one anticipated it, but slowly we're coping with it, because apparently humans can cope with anything, even if they complain all along the way. This was good for Dad. He got an excuse to not take us on holidays. But it was bad for the airlines though, because no one's paying for the tickets. I'm finding the changes in school different due to COVID, like sanitizing, reduced social activities, and pods. And the way that you can't go out of your pod at lunchtime, and the way that you can't play with other classes at break. Otherwise, talking to friends has not changed a lot for me. What worries me about going to school is mainly the lack of social activities in pods. Otherwise, everything else is perfectly fine. Our teacher definitely makes sure that we wash our hands before lunch, sanitize, and that one window is open at all times. I get to know about my COVID preventive measures at school, at my home, and I see them on the news. I also see them hung up quite a lot around where I live. I try not to touch things that other classes or pods might have been in contact with. I also sanitize when I enter or leave the classroom. Hopefully the pandemic ends soon and everyone takes caution and follows the preventive measures, because if we don't, I don't know when coronavirus will end, and we all know what it can do. Lots of children missed out on important learning for the last 18 months. Online learning had a big impact on the normal curriculum, but I personally did not like it. However, I learned a lot about computers because of online classes. It has affected the world economy so badly. Many have lost their lives and many more have lost their jobs. I personally believe that it has affected our mental health as well, and it will take us a few years to recover from it. Thank you for letting me be here and share my thoughts. I really appreciate it.
Very much, Jalan, for bringing up the mental health situation. Thank you very much. Now we will hear from Switzerland, Yara.
Hello, my name is Yara from Switzerland. Since the COVID pandemic, back to school has changed a lot comparing to previous years. Like, for example, some things I'm finding different is constantly wearing the mask as well as disinfecting my hands all the time. Social distancing has also been a big change for me, especially in the canteen queues. Plastic window panes have been installed in the canteen tables between each student, and even in some canteen rooms, the tables are placed of 1.5 meter distance between each other. Nothing really worries me about going to school sanitary-wise. I feel safe there. When we enter our class, our teachers provide us with disinfectant as well as at the end of class. The doors and the windows are always open to establish fresh air circulation. Students were recently allowed to take off the mask at school, but before that, the teachers always ensured the proper way of wearing the mask, like over the nose and such. There's a plastic window pane on the teacher's desk, and the teachers always keep their distance of 1.5 meter from the children. I noticed that in all classroom doors, there's a poster about the COVID preventive measures, like washing and disinfecting hands, wearing the mask, keeping the social distancing. And the school staff also ensures this by providing us with disinfectant and masks at all times when we need it. To keep myself safe, I stick and follow the COVID preventive measures, and I always change my mask every 4 periods or such, disinfect my hands before and after eating, as well as before and after every class, for sure. I also change my mask when it's wet or I feel like the strings are damaged. That's it. Goodbye.
Yara telling about Switzerland, and it seems, yes, and that's very nice to hear that they're taking so much precautions even in the canteen, etc., and you'll still be able to enjoy. Thank you. Do we have one more?
Yes, I think so. Just give
Yes,
me a moment. It just
it's
arrived.
from Guinea. Yeah,
Let me see if I can
two
share it.
in fact. One is from Italy as well.
Let me try this one.
Hello, I'm Alberto Fava from Italy, and the most difficult thing that I've had to face in these COVID times was to stay informed in a reliable way. I always try to avoid social media, and I still seek the information I need from the official government site or from a accredited, reliable press journal. Although I, as everyone, felt very bad for not being able to see my friends, the pandemic actually gave me a very big chance to change for the better, because thanks to the use of technology, I started a project with some of my friends, which is still ongoing to this day, and it really changed my life, as well as my prospects for the future. So this is a positive note from these times. And what I find hard now, a big challenge now, is to feel safe, because although I've had the double dose of the vaccine, I still don't really feel safe going around and seeing my friends, although I try to pay top attention. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alberto, and we wish you all the best for your project that you started. As you said, that it gave you something during this pandemic, something to think, and I think it's happened to so many people that we had started projects, etc., to help people and to keep safe.
Those are the videos we have here.
No, we have one more, which is from Guinea, Conakry.
Guinea.
Diallo.
I don't see it in the list, so they added the ones that we have. Guinea.
That was the first one sent, in fact.
No parental consent.
No. After that, they got the parental consent. In
So
fact,
I don't have the video here because it didn't have parental consent.
Yes, and the second time I sent saying that they had it. So maybe, yeah,
Right.
I think I'd sent it back.
Yeah, I don't have it here, so we'll have to add that later.
Okay, we can still add, but I just wanted to say that there was another student, Diallo, who has also sent us his experience on how he's doing in Guinea, Conakry. With they have difficulty in even getting online classes with difficulty in Wi-Fi, etc. So he had spoken in French, and I have the translation, and I will share it so that it goes together and he's not miss. So not to worry. Now we have lots of people who will be speaking, and they have sent me their script. So we'll start with uh, Anushka Jain from South Africa. Yes, Anushka, you are there. Can you unmute yourself and also the video?
I think you might have to unmute yourself, Anushka. Anushka, can you maybe unmute yourself? There should be a little icon for your microphone. Looks like you're muted. Anushka, I think you're still muted. We can't hear you. And I'm going to try to move Nina. Oops. Maybe she had to come to reboot and come back. I will make sure that we look for her in the front so that we can let her back into this room. Let's see. I'm trying to bear with me here. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties. Mina, can you move yourself, your little icon? You're on the very bottom row, and I don't believe we can hear you. So maybe there we go.
Hello. Yes. So I said there was one more video, two more. One we will add, as I said, from Conakry, and there's one from India as well, which is Ramsha, and I didn't see that. So that was also sent. So if you could please see if it's there. And then Anushka is back. So Anushka, can you unmute, please?
Yes, hello, hi.
Can you show your, we can't see your face unless you don't want to show, that's fine.
Sorry, I'm just switching it on. It's on, sorry, yeah. Can you see me?
No, we can't see you. You
Hi,
have
can
to.
everybody see me?
Yes, now we can see you.
Yes, we can see you.
Right, thank you. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, everybody. Today we have gathered here to talk about our different perspectives of going back to school and online lessons in this pandemic. My name is Anushka Jain, and I'll be talking from South Africa. In 2020, March, my school was closed, and there were 3 to 4 weeks of online lessons. But who knew that this could go on for 2 years? The online lessons took place 4 to 5 hours a day, with half an hour breaks in between. How did I feel? I felt lonely.